there was foul play in Bobby Christina's
Definitely.
death. Got it.
Yes,
okay.
definitely.
Like
All
that
right.
maybe he drugged her?
Definitely.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
He was the only one there with both situations, with my ex-wife and with my daughter, and they both died the same way.
Wait. I gotta thank the love of my life. To my husband, Bobby Brown, I love you, baby. I love you. I love you so much.
Whitney Houston has filed for divorce from her husband, Bobby Brown. The two singers, who have one child, have been married for 14 years. Surprised it lasted that long.
After 13 years of staying quiet, Bobby Brown is finally spilling the tea about how Ray J pumped Whitney with substances till she couldn't take it anymore and OD'd to death. Ray J has been a centerpiece in Whitney's death from the very start, but this is the first time Bobby is giving his 2 cents on it, and he isn't holding back. He lost Whitney, his daughter, and his son all to substances, and according to reports, Ray J was the one supplying all of them.
She's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in, but she was sober, right?
I've been through a lot in these past 2 weeks. I'm able to look at life in a whole different way.
Whitney's daughter, Christina, died exactly how Whitney died, and she was also found lifeless in a bathtub, just like Whitney. According to Bobby, the same people who paid Ray J to take out Whitney paid him to take out Christina, and they apparently did that because Christina had some major evidence about the real cause of Whitney's death, and they didn't want her holding that over their heads any longer. You see, Bobby and Whitney were together from 1992 to April 2007, but by the end of 2007, she was already linked to Ray J. Bobby claims that Whitney was struggling with her addiction when they were still together, but by the time they divorced, she was getting help and starting to get her life together. Unfortunately, all that progress went right out the window once she got with Ray J. He pulled her right back into substances again, and this time she didn't make it out alive. Bobby even blamed himself for allowing the divorce to happen because, according to him, if they had never gotten a divorce, she wouldn't have ended up with Ray J and gone back to using substances. Bobby said, "I didn't know she was struggling with still. It's a hard fight to maintain sobriety that way. I think we could have helped each other out. I think she'd still be here if we hadn't divorced." Now, if y'all remember, Ray J was one of the first people at the scene when Whitney was found dead in the bathtub. And according to Bobby's sister, she knew immediately that Ray J had something to do with it when she saw the footage of him sneaking out of the hotel, hiding his guilty face from the cameras right when the police and paramedics arrived.
Seen this, and I saw the news, and and I'm sorry, please excuse me, I just have to come out and say this.
Please.
I saw Ray J coming out of the hotel, hiding his head, being pushed into the car. Why? I looked and I said, why is he hiding? Why is he hiding his face? He's always trying to show his face.
When Whitney's autopsy report was released, her cause of death was determined as accidental drowning. But if you look further into the report, her death was far from accidental. According to the coroner's report, Whitney's assistant, Mary Jones, found her face down in a water-filled bath with 2 superficial abrasions to the left side of her forehead. She was also found with a purge coming from her nose and with a superficial abrasion to the left side of the bridge of her nose. A lot of people started side-eyeing the whole situation after this report came out because it became clear that someone else was in that bathroom and Whitney struggled with them for her life while they tried to drown her. To make matters even worse, they also found marijuana, Xanax, Benadryl, and other medication in her system. So this means Whitney was probably not strong enough to fight them off like she would have if she was sober. When all these reports came out, people immediately blamed Whitney's death on Whitney herself. Some people said that if she had fought stronger against her addiction, then maybe she wouldn't have ended up dead in a hotel bathtub. Some people also tried to blame Whitney's death on her accidental drowning because she was too high to get a hold of herself. But according to the coroner, the level of cocaine was not necessarily a lethal level of cocaine, but her death was complicated by chronic use and heart disease. She could have passed out first due to the intoxication from the cocaine, or she could have had a heart attack and then drowned. It's probably one of those two scenarios. Now, for those of you who didn't know, Ed Winter was also the coroner who was in charge of investigating Kim Porter's death, and he was also the one who challenged the reports about her dying from pneumonia when he said he found traces of lethal toxins in her body. Anyway, back to Whitney. Ed also revealed that prescription pill bottles were found in her room, but the number of pills were alarming enough to kill her. Jaguar Wright made things worse when she got into the chat with some wild claims about Ray J being the last person to see Whitney alive that night. Not only that, but she said he allegedly rolled up to her hotel room with a whole dealer in tow to fill her up with as much substances as she wanted, even though she clearly wasn't strong enough to take it anymore. Jaguar also said those bruises on Whitney's body were defense wounds from Ray J attacking her that night. Whoop.
They said there was nothing wrong with her throat. Her lungs were so damaged that she couldn't fuel the notes. It was her lungs. It wasn't, her voice was fine.
Oh.
That's how did it. And then the next thing you know, she's fucking Ray J. And then it's Grammy time.
That happened.
And her and Clive had a fight 2 days before. And from what I was told, Bobby Christina was present for some of that fight. And then the next thing you know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in, but she was sober, right? But he let the drug dealer in that gave her the shot. Leola Brown, Bobby Brown's sister, has said on several occasions that she was beaten. They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub, like she was beat up.
Oh, wow.
And Brandy was the one that found her. But you know, they pledge allegiance to Clive too.
Jeez.
Well, you know, Ray J was kind of down on his luck because the whole bullshit had happened, and then, you know, Whitney was dead and he was using her, as he's said himself, for clout, and then all of a sudden he got Love and Hip Hop LA after Whitney died. And then they inappropriately put her stupid ass goddaughter on there. I just thought it was all kind of cheesy.
But the story only gets creepier from here, because right after Whitney died, Ray J started getting close to Whitney's daughter, Christina Brown, and her boyfriend, Nick Gordon. And guess what? They're both dead now too, after ODing on substances. On January 31st, 2015, Christina was found unconscious in a bathtub just like Whitney after ingesting numerous drugs and alcohol. She was in coma for nearly 6 months before even dying from lobar pneumonia on July 26th at the age of 22. And just when we thought the deaths were over, the son of Whitney ex-husband Bobby Brown Jr. also dropped dead in November 2020 as a result of an accidental overdose of fentanyl and alcohol, according to autopsy and toxicology reports. Despite the toxicology report, Bobby Jr.'s mom, Kim Ward, said they believe someone provided their son with the drugs that led to his OD, and that he was not into drugs. Bobby Brown later appeared on the Red Table Talk to talk about the death of Whitney, his daughter, and his son, and as you can expect, things got pretty heated. He blamed the death of Whitney on Ray J and blamed his daughter's death on her now deceased crackhead boyfriend, Nick Gordon. Word on the street is, unlike Whitney, Ray J didn't supply Christina directly. He did through Nick, and once Christina was gone, he allegedly took Nick out too to cover his tracks.
There was foul play in Bobby Christina's
Definitely.
death. Got it.
Yes,
okay.
definitely.
Like
All
that
right.
maybe he drugged her.
Definitely.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
He was the only one there with both situations, with my ex-wife and with my daughter, and they both died the same way.
Oh,
So
wow.
you
okay.
think that he killed Whitney as well?
I believe so.
Got it. Got it.
Wow.
Got it.
Now, when it comes to Ray, his guilt is beginning to eat him up. He has been dropping hints all over the place recently about some of the things he has done to people for some higher ups in the industry, and people are convinced it has to do with his involvement in Whitney's death. He recently even appeared in an interview with Pastor Bryant in which he admitted to people in the industry wanting to take his life so he doesn't tell his truth.
When we took a break, you said that you really need to think through things because there was a moment in your own life that you thought about suicide. Tell me what was going on. Is that when you were on the roof in Mexico?
That was when I was on the roof. And that was, no, I thought about suicide a lot, but that was when I attempted it. And And I really didn't want to do it, but I really did want to do it. Because it's like when you have a bad dream and then you think it's real, it feels real.
Yeah.
And then you wake up, I be feeling like that life really happened. And so whatever dimension I popped into is where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So I had a bad dream last night. So I'm here now with you. I think what happened last night in my mind happened. So if they having a funeral for me in the other dimension, they probably are.
No, you're going to live. You got years to go.
I'm living here.
Yeah.
I wanted the interview to go a different way. I didn't know how the interview was going to go, but we put you with the in the beginning, we just heard and
yeah,
they did because it's like, damn, man, like I cannot get away from it. So it's like, since I can't get away from it, why not just jump into?
Yeah, it's the bravery of your truth, and truth sayers always.
I'm a liar.
No, you speaking truth today.
No, because I might not be able to put this up. I'm still a liar.
Yeah,
I've lied about my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm a liar. Unless I say, these people did this to me. They're very bad people, and they've been controlling me this whole time. Just like the National Syndicate and all this, they'll come kill me, bro. They'll kill me for this.
Ray J also went on Twitter and put out this tweet that said, "I'm about to post all my stuff on X. Since I'm having a meltdown, I'm about to air out all my mistakes I made and been making lately by taking extreme accountability and showing the worst of me, hopefully will lead me to long-term peace. Stand by." Ray J is clearly dealing with a lot of guilt, but he isn't going to get the peace he's looking for till he comes clean. Bobby has pretty much lost his entire family to substance, and the common denominator in all their deaths seems to be Ray J.
Happened to my daughter, what happened to my daughter. I don't want to see that happen to any other man or woman's child ever.
As usual, people had their thoughts like this person who said, God bless him. He's gone through one of the most unbearable pains any human being can go through, and that's the loss of a child. R.I.P. Bobby, Christina, and Whitney. Another person said Ray J is a sneaky and conniving man. He was full of guilt at Whitney's funeral, holding on to her casket. I said either he is in love or he is full of guilt. I suspected guilt as time passed, and he said some negative things about Whitney. A person who loves someone wouldn't speak negatively toward them. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Ray J getting exposed for his alleged involvement in Whitney's death? And do y'all think Bobby is right for blaming the deaths of his daughter and son on Ray J too? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.